most welcome, Mr. Muhammad, here in Nاتشورال here, Turkey. We are really happy to have you here with us, and I really want to thank you for accepting our invitation to be here and telling people about your experience with us.
Sure. Thank you for having me. And it took me a long time to get here. I was very skeptical about coming across. The flight time alone is 12 hours from South Africa here, and I was very worried. I wasn't sure if it's going to work or what's going to happen, but I think because of the service and because of the overall experience, it has taught me a lot, and I think it was a good move. I spent many years looking in the mirror and worrying that will this ever come back. I tried medication, I tried different types of drugs, different types of laser and that kind of thing, and nothing ever helped me. And I think I made a very important decision to do this, and I think it was all well worth it. And well, I'm yet to find out what's going to happen after a couple of months, but I'm happy that I'm done with the procedure.
Actually, I'm really happy to hear that, and I wish that also you are having good times here in Turkey, in Istanbul.
100%. We travel the world a lot, and I said to my wife the other day that we've been to 12, 13 countries in the world, and Istanbul is my favorite, especially because of all the kind of activities and the things that you can do here, and I just think the people are very friendly, and the city is vibrant and it's exciting and there's lots to do, but most importantly, that's what I was looking forward to, and I scored a good holiday out of it as well. So
most welcome, all times, most welcome.
Sure.
Mr. Muhammad, how did you know about Nاتشورال Hair Turkey, or how did you find us?
So basically what I've done is, as soon as I found out that hair transplant is possible, the very first thing I did was ask Google, because they provide all the answers. And I think the most important thing is having your company listed on the very first page. And the very first thing that I see that picked up was Natural Hair Turkey, and by default I selected the first company, I selected a second company and a third, and Natural Hair Turkey was the very first company to come back to me immediately within a couple of hours. The call center staff was very friendly and very helpful. He assisted me through the entire process. He gave me a call and he told me what would happen. He made me feel at ease. Most importantly, he gave me comfort. And I think that's the most important thing. I come from a service delivery environment where I work in the financial field, and I always say to my consultants as well that anyone can provide a product, but no one can provide a service.
That's right.
That's the same.
Yeah, you connected with more than one company, and you decided to do it with us, and I think you connected with medical consultant Mr. Ruslan, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, I want to hear your opinion.
So I'm being brutally honest. I say it because around the world there's so much of trouble, and there's a lot of things that go on around the globe. You're never too sure of what's going on, and came to a point where Ruslan was so helpful that it made me question if this is actually too good to be true. And I made calls around to your call center. I called the hospital itself because my mother was very worried, saying that you're going to a country you don't know of. And I promise you, this consultant, Ruslan, was, Sunday evenings, Saturday nights, 11 o'clock, asking me how am I doing, my trip is coming up, how do I feel. And I thought it's just too good to be true. He's too helpful, and you don't find that in the world, and maybe that's what made me question it. But I guess that's what makes your company very different from others, is that the service delivery and the service out there is phenomenal. So that's what made me come to your company.
Thank you very much. Tell me about your experience and about what you think about our services from the minute you arrived to the airport here in Turkey and until now.
Right. So I can recall like it was yesterday, and I got to the airport, and exactly where the location was for the consultant, I think he's not mistaken, his name was Rami.
Yes.
He was waiting for me in the exact spot, and I must say that from meeting him for the very first time, we came out of customs about an hour later and he was still there. I was very worried that he would have disappeared because we took so long in customs, but he actually waited all the time there for us, so we never had to wait for lengthy periods. From there, he took us straight to the hospital, and where we met with the I think it was the administrators, or whoever's the consultants in charge, and they gave us full overview of what's going to happen. They drew the line on my head. They gave me options in terms of my hairline and what I want to do. Immediately from there, they took blood tests, and I think they gave me peace of mind knowing that everything's going to be okay. They discussed with me the entire day what would happen from the time I was dropped off at my hotel to the next day when my sessions would begin. And I think from that experience, it was very good. In terms of the actual procedure, it was a little bit more than I expected, in that I hear it was not painful at all, which is a good thing. And there was no pain whatsoever throughout the entire operation. I think maybe injections is not my thing, but the injections in the start I did feel a little bit of a prick, but throughout the entire operation I didn't feel any pain and no discomfort. My operation lasted approximately 9 hours. They've extracted maximum amount of grass. They gave me a good lunch. They looked after me. I was very impressed actually by the amount of surgeons and doctors and nurses around me all the time. I never felt alone. There was always people around me. If I needed any question asked, answered at least, people were always there to answer. So it was a good experience overall. And I think most importantly, the aftercare. You know, after the procedure was done, normally someone would just abandon you or leave you out. But your company was very helpful in that. They kept on following up with me and asking how am I doing, you know, giving me the entire procedure of what's going to happen next, to the treatment plan. They gave me a full debriefing of everything that's going to happen after that. So I think, you know, from a service point of view, brilliant.
Thank you very much, Matt.
Appreciate it.
And Mr. Muhammad, from your side, do you recommend us for your friends and family members?
Definitely, it goes without saying. In fact, throughout the entire operation, I had my mobile with me, and I was taking videos and pictures, and I was sending it out and broadcasting it throughout South Africa. And by the time I got home, I had all my friends asking me, what did I go and do, and where did I have this done? And a lot of people are probably booking their tickets right now, probably wanting to come over. But I think as soon as they see my full crop of hair grown again, you'll have a lot more South Africans in your country. And I think it's at the same time, it's a good way to tour the world, you know. I mean, to be brutally honest, this was my wedding anniversary that I actually brought my wife along. And at the same time scored myself a good deal.
Yeah, that's
so
nice.
I think it's important.
Okay, I'm really happy to hear that, and I really want to thank you again to be here and tell us that and tell the people about your experience. And I wish to see you and meet you again as soon as possible with the results as you want and as we want, of course.
I mean,
Really, thank you.
appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
And let's say 1, 2, 3, natural hair Turkey. Okay?
Okay.
That's it. Let's say 1, 2, 3.
Natural hair Turkey.